third YouTube video recorded by Mike Garrett in Lincoln, Friday 9th of April 2010. I'm thinking about Blackmore's nights being advertised on the internet. How do you work out if it's actually effective or not? I think in terms of websites, first of all, the only obvious answer is to look at the hit counter. Yes, you might see a Blackmore's Night fan site in it, and yes, it's in existence and it looks nice, but how many hits per week is it getting? Is it getting 1,000? Is it getting 10? Is it getting 10,000? How many? That's something that could be collated from the various websites to see which ones were being looked at and which were being ignored. Or put another way, the ones that are getting low number of hits, how could these web pages be improved to increase their appeal? I think it could be a question of the old saying, well, I advertise you for free if you advertise me for free. Get the tribute band websites, the Blackmore's Night tribute band websites, to advertise the official Blackmore's Night website, and in return the Blackmore's Night website advertises the tribute bands. That sort of might help. Obviously the Blackmore's Night fan club sites would advertise each other. If you had more interviews with the band members, and I don't just mean Richie and Candice, I mean the backing members, if you could build web pages with interviews on, that would help. It shouldn't necessarily be the role of just magazines, fanzines, to have the interviews on. It should just put them on web pages as well. My own interest over the last couple of years was to have a go at running a free Blackmore's Night fanzine. Blackmore's Night fanzines suffer from the same problems as the forum boards, is that you need contributors. So if you don't get people posting or you don't get people contributing, the things dry up. The other thing I want to emphasise is whether you're running a forum board or an online fanzine, you can't run it just dedicated to Blackmore's Night alone. The reason is the band just do not tour enough. Because they don't tour enough, that doesn't generate enough opportunities for people to either take new set of photos or to write gig reviews. Also, there isn't a brand new Blackmore's Night CD every year. Not that I would expect it. So to keep either your internet forum board or your fanzine alive, you have to have what I call a family of bands, certain link bands to Deep Purple, Rainbow, White Snake, Gaia's, or Zag, Gothian, anything like that. Use all of that to basically keep your forum board or your fanzine active. To run that, it has to be a joy, it has to be a hobby. But if you get a load of hassle for it, or you've got a lot of problems going on in real life, as I call it, then once the novelty of it wears off, or it becomes a hassle, then you don't want to do it, and thus your forum board or your fanzine dries up. Another thing I'd like to point out to Richie, Candice and to Carol, the band manager, is if you're making a fanzine, you have to advertise it. You don't want money for making a fanzine because you do it as a hobby, but you need to have the advertising. And in order to enhance the advertising, Blackmore's Night fan sites alone don't generate a maximum number of hits. They could generate a fair proportion of the hits. But if you cover sort of the Deep Purple and the Rainbow related stuff, not only does it give you more content to make your fanzine more viable, it also means you can ask the guys running the Deep Purple and Rainbow fan websites, can you advertise me? Can you advertise, by me I mean, can you advertise this fanzine that we're working on, and in return we'll advertise your website for free. So that's the only way, if you're making something as a fan with no resources, it's the only way you can actually get the decent amount of advertising you want to make the effort into making your amateur fanzine worthwhile. If you get asked to just make a Blackmore's Night only content, it's hardly worth it. It's because you just don't have enough fresh material coming in all year round. Moving off that, moving on to the forum boards, it's the same. What I could say about Blackmore's Night forum board is the same as I could say to any other hobby forum board in general. There's not enough people post. You can't make people post. It's up to people to be enthused, passionate, whatever you want to call it. It's up to them to be that to post. But if you always get only a small proportion of the members on a forum board posting, then the forum board doesn't reflect the views of the whole membership. It reflects the views of the small proportion of people who can be bothered to post. I think I'll leave it at that because I haven't really thought of how we could get over that problem. The only thing I would like to add on is that I asked myself, what would I rather have? A forum board where you have 20,000 members but none of them post, or a forum board with just 20 members and they're really keen, they really want to make a fanzine or a web page or something else, some positive thing. And I'd rather have the 20 that post than 20,000 that don't post. As simple as that, really. Okay, signing off.